Brothers, what's popping, man? We are back indeed with the SBCs ranked. Obviously, the first episode actually, because I feel like now EA have included some, SBCs that are somewhat decent to do. I'm gonna do obviously separated in two categories. This will be the best valued category, so like a tier list of the value like aspect. Are they good enough to do in terms of from a scale of value wise, or do you want to avoid them? Do you know what I mean? Like, obviously it takes into account like the meta, how good they are in game, the actual price. Can you just buy gold cards that actually play better in game than as opposed to buy like doing SBCs, etc. And then we'll obviously separate that. We'll do the second one will be obviously the meta, the straight up meta ranking. So obviously check that out. Let's jump into it, boys. Man, come on, you already know MMOEXP, the best coin website to get your FC26 coins. Get a huge jump start to your teams. I'm talking Mbappe, I'm talking some of the best cards in the game, man. META, that's code META for the best cheapest coins. Check first link in description. Also 8% off, god damn. The very first one, we're gonna jump over to the main man Mbappe. It's actually pretty insane that in this power curve, given the fact that EA have lowered it, they have Mbappe Player of the Month SBC. Now he's 3.8 mil, bro. Don't know in their right minds who's doing that SBC unless you're buying coins or FC points and you're opening packs. It's going to be very hard to attain this card. Insane card though. I mean, come on, it's Mbappe. This card will probably last even further than Team of the Year if all things are correct, But I think avoid in the scale of like value wise, it's too much, bro. 4 million coins. I mean, you can just literally go buy the gold and you can always sell him, even if you lose coins, you still have that like liquidity, if that makes sense. So let's jump over to the next one. It's actually a card that came out very recently, yesterday if I'm not mistaken. Luany or Luany, I don't know how you say her name, I'm really sorry about that, but technical plus press proven, inventive, pretty decent card. I've heard good things about her. She has very good raw stats, referring to obviously pace and shooting. 85 agility, not bad. What is her height? 5'5", very small. So that means you don't really need to take into account balance because she's gonna not be lanky. And her reaction is a little bit low. You can always add a chem style to boost that though. I'm not lying. Probably something like, let's see. Marksman's not bad if you're using her as a out and out striker. For 58k, a little bit pricey. I'll be real, in this market, you can probably just go buy Salma. You can go buy Claudio Pina, but I'd say decent value for now. I'm happy with that. Got man like Ben Rama. When it comes to a card, right, I think he reminds me of Bwanga. 4-star, 4-star. Pretty decent in front of goal as well. Bwanga is very good, by the way. MLS. He is obviously from Saudi League. Some very insane Saudi players. We all know they all went there. So, finesse shot technical plus, base. Inside forward plus, which is perfect for the winger. I'm not going to lie to you boys, I'm not fronting. This card pretty much looks like insane value. I can't lie. I've heard some good things about him as well in the community. If you hear when I say I hear good things, I always look like in the community in terms of like Twitter, all of that. 81 reactions a little bit low. You can always up that, but I'm liking his dribbling aspects. From a scale of 81, finishing is a little bit low, but I feel like with the 4-star force that will help anyway. Finesse shot, technical. This might be actually decent value, boys. Like S+. In this market, the thing is, if you're using him as a winger, right, you can literally just go get someone like Rashford, that's 10k. So that's the only instance, is why I'd put him at like decent value, not S+. Is there ever someone that will be S+ though? That's the interesting question. Someone like Brandt, actually, let's see. If you go to Jewel Brandt, 25k, right, insane card. I've heard some good things again. I just don't think she's on that level of like insanity. Pretty good play styles, but you can literally just get, as I said, someone like, I'm thinking that price range. Trying to think of like all the squad builders I do. We can even just go into wingers. Let's see. So 25k, what can you get for 25k in this market? Someone like Pajot is very Wrighton, literally insane. Wrighton is half the price and you're getting a better card. So for that reason, Brandt can just hold that slot of decent value. We've got Henry. You see now these cards, that doesn't do it for me, bro. Like 9k for this. Yeah, I'm sorry, bro. He might be decent for you in game. GG's. I'm gonna say better options. I wouldn't go as far as to say avoid, because let's say you were to put him in the team. Long ball pass, not bad to start those counters. Block as well. Like, we all know it. If you haven't seen, there's this guy that won the champs. He got 15 wins with the bronze team. Shout out to that guy. And it all stems down to playstyles. He had like certain playstyles for certain positions. I think he did have aerial fortress for some of them. So this is actually really good, winning the ball in the air, heading. Defense doesn't look too bad. I can't lie. Now that I look at his card for 10k, maybe evos in the future. Let's check. You can actually evo him now, but it's not obviously beneficial. 6'5" as well. Wouldn't say decent value. I'd say top of better options. I think that's okay. We got Bozdogan. I think he was actually one of the very first SBC cards that came out. 2,000 coins, bro. At this stage of the game, bro, like, I wouldn't say avoid. He's 2,000 coins. You know, maybe in the future he can get like an Evo. So for now, in terms of value, I'll leave him at like around decent value. Let's go to Bowen. Shouts out to this guy right here. A lot of people has actually said this guy's insane. And I think it stems down to the finishing. The thing is though, you're gonna really place him on the wing with 80 pace, bro. Combined 82 acceleration, 78 sprint speed. Yes, you can add a chem style, but I just feel like you need to have that raw pace, especially in this game. But sometimes though, what I'm noticing is cards are faster than what they say. Like in game, you know, technical base is nice. So you might actually feel faster than what he is. Like Garincha Tech, for instance, he has like really low pace, but in game he actually feels fast because of the technical. 87 finishing. For 20k, 4-star, 4-star, that's a pretty good card. And also future Evos, boys, I think we're seeing at the very first one S+ value. Insane card, man. 4-star, 4-star helps a lot. I just wish he had something like a cam. I feel like he's a perfect cam. But even at striker, not bad. We got Evander. Let's see where he gets placed. Obviously from MLS, if I'm not mistaken. Obviously links to Messi. 4-star, 4-star as well. 14k now. Can get Evos as well. 88 stam. Cards looking with 77 defensive awareness, can press from the top. Dribbling's decent. Finishing as well for 14k. Future Evos, boys. S+ value, bro. It might seem crazy, but trust me, those cards are going to be insane in this power curve, I feel. So now we've got the option of 3 of these cards, right? If you don't know what they are, it's the... I think it's match day pickup player pick. So you get 3 options in SBCs. Of obviously a hero card, which is Solskjaer, Scott, or Beasley. I'd say Beasley is probably the worst one out of them. Let's check how much is that SBC. We go Beasley. Okay, it doesn't pick up as the SBC. Let's just see here. I think the SBC is around 75k, if I'm not mistaken. As you can see, 70k, pretty much close. 70k, you can just pick up some of them. Like for instance, Scott, right? I think Scott is about 70k as well. Solskjaer, pretty similar. You can literally just go buy their card and then sell them. The thing is, they might go down in price, given the fact that the more the power curve obviously goes up. For now, I'm gonna say Scott, she's a pretty good card in game, bro. Like as a right back of this value, like time and age, especially how overpowered jockey animation is, because we know how bad the actual jockey animations in general are for defenders. Having the base or plus, even the plus, even much better. S+ value. Let's jump over to Solskjaer though. This one, I don't know, 74k. So you can do the SBC for 70k. In game, Solskjaer is him. I can't lie. Finesse shot and a low driven. If you know how to kind of adapt to this type of striker, he's gonna be decent, bro. Somewhat decent indeed. So for now, I'll leave him at the top slot of decent value. I think Scott is the better card in terms of longevity, etc. You know, let's go Beasley as well as the last one out of the match they pick up. 68k. Beasley's actually pretty decent in game as well. I feel like the type of card that has better, you could say, movement in game than stats. But for now, I think I'll leave him at like the low. I'd probably say there's better options, bro. I'll be real. Yeah, you literally can. I mean, for 70k, are you really gonna get Beasley, bro? You can literally just go pick up Rashford, as I said. Keep on saying Rashford, but he's insane. Hancko, come on. Oh my days. Forgot about this guy right here. I literally put him in my best value video, so it only makes sense. When it comes to a center back, right, he's the epitome of what you need. Someone that's tall, has that stature, aura in-game, jockey animations, anticipate to collect the ball, and then to start the attack and not, lose the ball, pass, long ball pass with slide tackle. This card is him. Probably the best valued card right now. Straight up. Yep. Especially if you can do it without, what is it called? Fodder. Or you can do it with fodder. Decent. Now, these cards right here, boys, I don't really want to get into it. I'm going to just say better options. Jensen's, I think, might be the best one. We'll look at Prince. Because at that point, bro, come on. Are you really going to use those cards? 5k? Pretty decent card on stats. Oh my days. Inventive, rapid, relentless. 3-star, 3-star. Yeah. For 5k. Come on, that's insane value. And in terms of how her stats looks as well, I'm going to put her like there. Let's go Thompson as well. Obviously from, I think, Chelsea, if I'm not mistaken. 7k, bro. For Thompson. With 90 finishing. You can't argue against that, man. You can literally just go get Wrighton, which would, in my opinion, be better. But for 7k, you can literally do that, practically do it for free. Like, it's probably an 83 rated team, I'm guessing. But for now, I'll place her like probably around there, bro. Yeah. And then we got the very last one. Actually, last but not least, Turner. I think she came out today, if I'm not mistaken. 87 finishing, pretty decent card. 6k. Let's not put everyone at, I mean, it's 6k, man. It's under 10k. So it's going to be S plus value. And that's don't look bad. That's going to be the section of value SBCs. Let's jump over to the meta ranking. By the way, please ignore what I said when I said S plus. I meant to say S because there's no S plus yet. And we literally in the start of the game. But let's jump into it, man. Mbappe, come on. Literally has his own tier list, if you would want to call it that. But I wouldn't put Mbappe and Solskjaer at the same level. So for now, Solskjaer can go there. Scott, definitely above Solskjaer. And then Beasley can drop there. We got Luany, I think, with the 5-star week for decent. Bowen, definitely decent. Bosdegan, I'm sorry, man, I'm going to place him there. Same thing with, I think, Lucia Rodriguez. I'm going to say C. Same thing with this guy. I know this guy that would actually be somewhat decent with the 6'5" build. You can literally just go get Tomori or someone, bro. That would be ideally better. Ben Rama, definitely in that realm of, what is it? A. Pay attention, I always say, to the tier list level. The lower A cards are obviously worse than the higher A cards. That's what a tier list means. hancko. I want to do it, but nah, we'll leave him at A. I don't think hancko is... Because you can literally just go get Rudiger as well. You can go get Militao. He's on that level, You could maybe say hancko can go lower S. I'm okay with that. Because he's a good card, man. A lot of people enjoy him. So yeah, for now... We got Prince, she can go down. Jensen can go down. Evander, nothing crazy. Decent card, but I wouldn't really put him as maybe lower A, I think. Brandt definitely in that highest slot of like there. Thompson for sure. Can actually go like that. Bowen. And the very last one is going to be Turner. Timmy Turner. She can hold that B. I feel like Prince is the better one out of all of them. Wait. 70, 86. She can hold that. Can actually go with Vander like that. That's perfect. Tell me in the comments, do you guys agree with this list? It's going to be the meta ranking. Avoid these cards here. Beasley is... Nah, I think I'm tweaking, bro. I'm really tweaking. Now that I really look at it, Beasley on the scale of a left mid, he's actually a pretty decent card. So he's going to get promoted. Smells like promotion. So he can hold that. You could even say... Someone goes down, hold on. Prince and Turner maybe goes down. Because they're 3-star. I'm happy with that. Let me know, boys. Do you agree? Thank you so much for watching. I will catch you boys in the next one. Tell me which SBC you're doing. I'd probably say the best value, like in general, probably hancko. He's gonna last a long time, trust. Check you in the next one, man. Peace.